Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go over what I carry on my motorcycle pretty much every day. This stuff lives in my saddlebag or my top box, depending on what I'm packing. I hope you find this interesting and can take something away. Maybe there's something you haven't considered before. I'm a bit of a gear geek. I do like EDC gear, so this would be my motorcycle EDC. So first of all, we'll start back here. Probably everyone carries, a little cloth and some visor cleaner, especially if you're riding in the evening time or early mornings. You get the bugs all over the place, and you just get to the point where you can't see anymore. So that's pretty standard. I'm sure everybody has that. Before I continue with what's on the table here, what I don't have out is under my seat on my Scrambler. Everyone knows that little phone storage box. I carry all my paperwork, my registration, my insurance, but I also carry one of the small tins of spare fuses and the right size Allen wrench to take that cover off to get to the battery in case you need to jump your bike. So those are two things, or three things I guess, that I carry under the seat at all times, just to make it easy for that Allen key so I don't have to dig through my tools if I need to jump it. So speaking of jumping, I do carry this EverStart Max jump pack. Now, very small, very light, got a little emergency flashlight built into it. USB rechargeable. It also has an out, so you can charge other items, your phone, whatever else you might need. So, and this holds a charge for a very long time. It's got short little cables to it here, so it's real easy. You just snap this, plug this right in here, and this is powerful. As you can see there, it's got fully charged 4 lights, and I've jumped 3 vehicles, 2 trucks and a car with this, and it didn't even take it down half charge. So I have used it on my bike. Interestingly enough, when I was up at my camp earlier this year, I was so excited to get up there and get out and start fishing that I got alongside the river and forgot to turn my ignition off, and went down and I fished for about 4 hours, came back. I'm about a mile from camp, there's nobody around, there's no cell service, and my bike's completely dead. So luckily I had that, jump it, boom, on my way, no problem. And a lot of this stuff, might seem like a lot, but I do carry it because, well, a couple of reasons. Number one, I live pretty rural, as I'll show you here, I think. And number two, where I ride, a lot of the time, I'm out for 150, 200, maybe even up to 300 miles that day, and half of that I'll be, out of cell phone range. I don't even have cell phone service here at my house. Once I get outside of my house, we just use a Wi-Fi extender in the house. So, that's reason number one. I'm, a lot of times I'm relying on myself, and there might not be anyone else around. Number two, it's always good to have some stuff to help somebody else out of a jam. Like I said, I've jumped a couple of vehicles, in random parking lots, and the neighbor one time. But you help each other out, and especially other motorcyclists. The people riding sport bikes, they don't always have the space to carry stuff. So it's really nice to be able to help a brother or sister out, if you've got something and they don't. Speaking of getting in trouble, I carry these 2 light sticks. They're 6-inch. I just carry them in case you do break down, or you need to draw attention. It's dark outside. I don't carry road flares on my bike, but these are handy to have in a pinch. I also carry 2 rock straps, and these things are amazing. I highly suggest you get a couple of these. What they are is they're basically just small straps to tighten things up, but they have one end which is your normal webbing, and the other end is this very stiff, flexible, almost like a flex cord. But when you cinch something down with these, that takes this flexing, stretching material, takes a lot of the shock absorption out of the bike bouncing around, so your load never gets loose. It's almost like having it self-tightening. So if you got a saddle bag that's maybe for whatever reason a buckle breaks, a duffel bag is loose or something like that, these are better than bungee cords. Way better. So I definitely, and they come in pretty much any color you want, but I definitely would carry them. I just keep them wrapped up here with a little Velcro zip tie, kind of reusable zip tie thing. So highly suggest rock straps. They're worth their weight in gold when you need them. Whoop. So here's something else, considering that I carry. This is the Blue Scan, the OBD Diagnostic Scanner that plugs in to use with the Tune ECU app. Now, like I said, I know I might be out of cell range, and you're probably thinking, well, what good does it if you just get in there, and if your bike breaks down, you can get a code, but if I don't have cell service, I can't look the code up or anything. And that's true, but you can clear codes with this. So there is obviously a chance something goes wrong, something's wrong with the bike, maybe you can clear the code, and that will last you long enough for you to get into civilization or get to a gas station or something, get somewhere other than the middle of nowhere. Being as small and light as it is, and I need it for when I do my maintenance and reset my oil change light, that sort of thing. It's small, it's light, I keep it in the bike, and then I never have to worry about where it is. Next, we got my air pump. Now, there's probably 100 different versions of something like this you can get on Amazon. This is just the one that I happen to buy. I'm not, it's not like a product endorsement or anything, although it has worked flawlessly. Again, it's got a little emergency light on there. Comes with a short little cord. USB rechargeable. Also has an output for charging other items if you need to. It's a little heavy, but its form factor is fairly small, and I've used it several times and it works great. Stuff sack's kind of garbage, but it keeps it from getting all scratched up, and then I don't lose the cord. It also came with attachments for like filling up, sporting equipment, balls, that sort of thing. So that one's an Auto, what is it? Auto Joe. Like I said, there's 100 different versions. I have had zero problems with this one, but I think it was pretty cheap off of Amazon, 20-25 bucks, something like that. Then we have my tools, and a lot of this is going to be bike specific. I keep everything in this Plano, this is a tackle box, bought at Walmart for a couple of dollars. Keeps everything together, so I like that. Very easy to have everything in one place. The downside is if you need something like a bit driver, it's going to be just bouncing around loose in there, but it does keep what I need. So no particular order, just how things are fit in here. Got a roll of electrical tape. This is the socket I need for my rear axle nut, so if I need to adjust my chain, I can loosen that up. Kind of nice to have if you're out there. Just a pocket knife for specifically, well, where's it at in here? The plugs for my, if you get a flat. I do carry the tools and for reaming out and inserting a plug, and that's right here are the plugs. So obviously you should always carry that in case you get a flat. Carry some zip ties in case you got to attach something that's come loose or broken off. And I don't know, this is probably about 3 or 4 feet of just regular old copper wire in case you need something really strong, or something that's going to get hot and melt that plastic, your exhaust brakes or something along those lines. If you got to clean something up, spark plug maybe, or something like that, an old toothbrush, a pair of needle nose pliers, a bit driver, and there are a ton of different bits in here. Some hex heads, some star heads, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver. This has a magnetic base in it, so it's nice if you're trying to reach, in there somewhere. It holds all of your bits. Again, go through your bike, find out what size is the most common. I think I have 2 different size Phillips heads in here, and 4 or 5 different size hex heads and star patterns, just for whatever you might need. A few different size adapters. Since I only carry 1 ratchet wrench, You know, I got 3/8 and 1/2 inch adapters, so you can make all of the sockets fit. Also a 1/4 inch in here somewhere, right there, 1/4 inch. And with those combinations, everything will fit with one ratchet. Speaking of making things fit, obviously, see I got a couple open-end wrenches and then 2 small crescent wrenches, adjustable wrenches, and these are in case, you know, if I have a nut or a bolt that, let's say it's a size 14, I only carry one 14-inch wrench, but what if the nut's the same size? At least I can get on it with a adjustable wrench there. So wrenches, again, check your bike. I just went around and tried different sizes. That's what I did for the sockets and the wrenches, but they're pretty standard: 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8mm. And then I have this 5/16, if I remember correctly, because it fits on the on these star pattern ones, in case you need a little extra torque. And I think the 8 fits on the bit drivers too. There's a few more plugs, a couple of extensions in case you need to get in somewhere, and then just some random sockets again for whatever size you may need to fit your bike. And that pretty much does it, really. I mean, the tools are pretty basic. I didn't go with anything, you know, it's just a mix match of find something that fits out of, you know, I had a bunch of old boxes. I hate these, but specifically there was one reason I can remember, maybe 2, but the exhaust on my bike anyway is in the way of loosening that little stopper plastic screw if you need to adjust your suspension or get at your suspension adjustments. You can't get straight into it, so this fits in there because it's a 90-degree angle. So I threw it in here because who knows, sod's law, something will go wrong and there will be another reason that I need that. And since I had the space and the ability, I'll just throw it right in here. And really, I think that's about it. That's everything that I carry on a daily basis. I hope you guys, you know, maybe enjoyed this and something, you know, you thought of and like, oh yeah, you know, I should carry that too. And if there's something that you think that I should be carrying, please leave me a comment. I'd love that. You know, you never know what you're going to need until you need it. So thanks, guys. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.